This video is powered by the pros at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Arkansas owned, Arkansas operated. GoPascal.com.
This is for you first. Just what you've seen out of Bryce Young. What makes him such a good quarterback?
He's a great quarterback. He can make every throw a quarterback can make. He knows how to read the defense, and he can use his legs too. He's more of a threat than just passing. So we just have to be prepared for him this week while we're at practice, and we're gonna keep preparing.
Jordan, how important is it to get pressure on him? You guys have done a good job with that this year, and I mean, if you get after him, I mean, obviously you can affect his throwing.
It's really going to be a crucial part of the game. There are a lot of people that just know him just as a Heisman winner, just somebody that knows how to play football well. He can read a defense, like Slush said. He's able to use his feet. He's really a dual threat quarterback. So just being able to contain him and keep him in the pocket while also affecting his throws would help us a lot on defense. For the simple fact is that they do throw a lot. We've noticed in their tendencies that they do like to throw. They're more of a throwing team now, especially on first and second down, normal down. So it's just, we just got to make sure we keep him in the pocket, keep him contained. Can't let him use his legs. We got to cut out his main strengths of the game. That's what our focus is. That's what our goal is, to get to him, disrupt him, get in his face, just make him, make it easier on the back end for our defense.
Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for doing this with us. Myles, just basically how you feeling getting back in the flow last week? How did it go for you? And
it went good. Still a lot of stuff to clean up on as far as my plan and technique wise, but it felt good being back out there with the team and everything. I feel like we coming good together. We're gonna have a strong week this week.
Okay. Coach Pittman told us on Monday that sometimes a team can be beaten by Alabama basically before they even take the field. And I'm thinking with the way you guys played them last year, that really wouldn't apply to you. Can you maybe talk about what last year's game did for y'all in terms of maybe confidence, knowing that you can hang with them?
Yeah, it was like we could definitely hang with them. I never just looked at them like, like they're a great team. Don't get me wrong. They're a great team. I just feel like we should look at everybody the same, going the same week with the same mindset that we want to get on them early and keep it up through all 4 quarters because it's a long game. It's a lot of plays from last year that still that was on my mind going into this game that I want to recover from. But it's just all into the details throughout the week through practice. So as long as we have a strong practice this week, I feel like we'll be fine Saturday.
Yeah. Hey, Jordan, growing up in Florida, going to school in Atlanta, you obviously are well aware of what Alabama's done in recent years. Just your thoughts about like the program and going up against a team that's been winning national championships.
Just going against Alabama, it's a great program. They definitely have a great coaching staff. They're very experienced. They know what they're doing. I saw that my boy Jahmyr Gibbs went over there. He transferred there from Georgia Tech as well, where we used to play together. So I got all the respect in the world for Alabama. But then again, great team, but they're not unbeatable. They've been beaten before. And you just can't put them on that pedestal of where we're going into the game and we're just thinking, oh, we're just going to lose. How bad we going to lose? No, we got to go into the game and just understand that we're on an even playing field right now. We got to go out there and play like we're the best team out there. Like we're the overdog. We can't just go out there and go through the motions. And that's what we've been really striving for in practice too, just to be able to play to our brand of football, our level of football, just try to elevate every single day. And it's just going to be Arkansas versus Arkansas. We can't really focus on too many teams, whether it's Alabama, whether it's Missouri State, whether it's Cincinnati, Auburn, it doesn't really matter. We know we're just going to play our brand of football and go out there and give our best shot.
Okay, and my final thing for the both, maybe starting with Myles, how big of a lift could your crowd possibly be knowing what it's been like the first 3 home games and, you got a national audience at 2:30?
It definitely could be a big factor. We got them at home. 80,000, I think a little bit more. It's great being at home. It gives you that extra boost that you might need. And then just giving the fans what they want, So it's just I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Any thoughts, Jordan?
Slush hit it right on the head. It's going to be great to have our whole stadium rocking, packed out. Third downs for them, it's going to get loud. We're going to have our 12th man out there. And so we're just going to go out there and try to prove them right.
Thanks.
Bob?
Hey, Jordan, you mentioned Jamar Gibbs. How good of friends are you guys? Do you stay in touch? Have you talked or texted or anything recently?
I haven't really talked to him too much. I haven't hit him up. We weren't really, too close when we were at Georgia Tech. We would talk to each other and all that. We were friends, but it wasn't, something that we carried on too much off the field. We would be friends, we would talk, but it was a great battle every day in practice. He would show us some moves that honestly I'd never seen before. And then, I'd show moves to him that he'd never seen from a off defensive lineman. So it was always just a great battle, just iron sharpening iron. And now that we're actually going to get to play against each other, I'm just excited for the battle to see like how far we both just grown in this past year or so.
And maybe for both of y'all, maybe Jordan, you could take it first, and then Myles. Yeah, I know Gibbs is their leading receiver. I think he's got 17 catches. Maybe and Slush that might impact you more. But just what do you guys think about him as a receiver and the threat he can present?
He's a really good threat. I honestly can say he knows how to catch the ball. He knows how to work in open space. He wants to get out into the open. Always trying to get through to a check down or whatnot. If the quarterback doesn't have any reads down the field, he's going to dump it off to Jameer and let Jameer just, try to take over the game. And that's going to be more so important for the D-line to understand that once the ball gets out, then we got to turn around and just run. We got to be able to, surround him from not just the back end of it, but the front end of it as well. We can't let him get the cutback lanes. We just got to take Jameer out the game, really take Alabama out the game if we can. That's going to be our main goal, our main focus, just to, create a better game plan than they have.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think he's a great player. He can make a lot of moves. He's good in the open field, especially one-on-ones. I just feel like we have to do our job. We've been preparing a lot for this week, open field tackling and everything. I do a lot of good plays to get him open, get him out into space. So I think we'll be prepared for it this Saturday.
And Jordan, I'm sure you're aware of what's happened at Georgia Tech. They fired the coach, fired the AD. I don't know if you've been in any maybe contact with your former teammates, and not that you're happy about what happened there, but does that make you feel like, man, I'm really glad I got out of there and I'm in a better situation at Arkansas, and maybe Jameer's in a better situation at Alabama? Do you have any thoughts along those lines?
I have the utmost respect for Coach Collins and Todd Stansbury, both of them as well. He's a good coach. It just didn't work out at Georgia Tech. Hopefully he gets another coaching job soon and he's able to prove to people, he knows what he's doing. He can coach. Todd Stansbury, he was a great AD. I know he's going to get another opportunity. I know both of them are going to get another opportunity. And honestly, I'm just happy to be at Arkansas, whatever's happening over at Georgia Tech, it doesn't really affect me too much now. Yeah, it's sad to see, my friends and my old teammates not being able to prosper the way they want to prosper. But I know at the end, Coach Brent Key, the new interim head coach, he's going to lead them boys in the right direction. He's going to be able to take them up to a different level. And I'm just happy to see that, the team hasn't really quit. They're just going out there to play their brand of football the same way that we're going to go out there and play our brand of football.
I might have a couple more. I was going to ask a couple for Scotty. You couldn't be on, but I'll turn it back to Oliver. Thanks.
I just have a couple. Myles, the two games that you missed, I mean, how tough was that, especially considering you could tell that the secondary could have probably used you in those two games? How tough was that watching?
I feel like it was tough for me to watch, but I feel like our back end has a good chemistry. It was good for them, everybody, to get the relationship going. And I feel like they built off of that, even without me. I think we're going to be, like, with me on the field, I feel like we're good, but we're good regardless. I feel like I'm confident in the back end regardless of what it is, and we'll be prepared,
Also, I don't know if we ever learned what exactly your injury was. Was it a concussion, or do you mind saying, or?
I gotta remember. I can't remember right now. I can't.
That's okay. But with all the injuries in the secondary, I mean, Catalon going down, Bishop we just learned out for the season. You missing several games. What's it been like, guys moving around and changing positions and stuff?
It's kind of interesting to see, because we're taught that we're cross trained in the back end, and a lot of people can play different positions. So I feel like everybody's prepared in case something happens in the back end. where somebody needs to move, we trained for that in spring ball and fall camp. So I think we'll be ready if it ever happens.
All right, Bob, last ones. Okay, hey, Landon Jackson's gotten the start the last couple of weeks, and just wondering what each of you thought about, Landon's addition to the team, how he's played. Jordan, maybe you can take that first, and then Myles.
Definitely. Landon is a really good player. He's young. He's a true sophomore. He's been able to come into practice and just immediately make an impact. He is a very physical individual. He knows how to, create speed to power on rushes. He's able to hold a point. He's able to set the edge. He knows how to contain. He's been playing pretty well for us. And, everybody makes mistakes, including myself, including, just everybody. But the thing is, even if he does make a mistake, he's going to make the mistake at 100 miles an hour. He's not going to give up on a play just because he messed up. He's going to go and, keep trying his best to go make the play, do his assignment. And no matter what, he's never going to quit, which is what I can say for a lot of the D-line, not just Landon, but Zay Nichols, Eric Gregory, Cam Ball, there's everybody. I feel like we all just have all bought into the mindset of, we just want to go play and we want to win. We want to be the best D-line in the nation. And, we're working towards that goal. So since everybody's bought in, it's just working out pretty well for us.
Myles, do you have a thought there on Landon? I know you don't play the same spot or anything. We just wonder what you think he's added.
No, he's been a great asset to the team. He's he's big, got long arms, he can rush on the quarterback. So it's just like, he's been a great asset, and we needed that, as long with our other D-line, so it's like, I like our D-line.
And then Jordan, as far as you and Gibbs, I know you said you weren't real close, but could you ever imagine you guys are at Georgia Tech together? You're both pretty good players, even though the team's struggling. And then a year later, you're both playing for ranked teams in the SEC in a CBS game, the biggest game probably in the country this week. Just what do you think about that?
I just got to say, God has a plan, and that plan's just worked out for both of us. We're able to just, we're just trying to make the best of our situations. And I'm just really blessed, and I'm happy for both of us that we're able to go to some place where we could truly make an impact. And I just can't wait to see what happens Saturday when we play each other.
Let's go one more. You guys are playing great quarterbacks pretty much every week. Heck, the guy at Missouri State might be the best one so far. But it's not, you don't get to play the Heisman Trophy winner all the time. The reigning Heisman Trophy winner. Sometimes, a lot of times in the SEC, you're playing the guy that wins it that year. But does that put a little extra fuel in your fire to play the Heisman Trophy winner?
It does and it doesn't at the same time, because you have to think each quarterback that we play, they all have different assets. They all have different attributes that we have to just prepare for. But at the end of the day, we understand that, look, we're not just playing a Heisman Trophy when we're playing the whole team. We have to go out there and do our jobs, do what we need to do, make our assignments, and, take them out of their game. So whether they're the best quarterback or the worst, anybody can really, make plays if you let them. And that's just something that we can't let them do. We can't let them, play their game. We can't let him get comfortable in the pocket. We can't let him, just scramble around the field. We just have to be able to play our game, keep them contained, and just play the way the Arkansas Razorbacks have always played.
Yeah, any thoughts on that, Myles?
Oh yes, he's great. He just won Heisman last year. He could do everything, man. And it's just like we just have to prepare the whole week and contain him in the game. He could make a lot of plays with his legs, with his arms. So it's just something we haven't seen yet. And we're gonna be ready when the time comes.
BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports, contests, and events with first-to-market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. BetOnline continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to BetOnline today or use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50 to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. That's BELIEVE, BLEAV 50. That's BELIEVE, BLEAV 50. Bet online, where the game starts.